Okay, here we go. One take challenge, episode 368,562. Just kidding, 16. Here we go. Ooh, we're in studio. Do we recognize the song? Anybody?
Not yet. Oh, yes.
You know the song?
我等的模样毫不具象，用皮肤感受你的流香，你竟然能做到带走阳光，我一味的跟隨过了量。
I really appreciate this fella. This is a beautiful tone. But so far I notice it's definitely live, which is awesome. That is the challenge. But I just want to point out that it is clear to me. Good. And I love that he went in studio so that we could hear his voice this clearly. This is so nice. I'm going to keep listening and then I have some more thoughts. Okay, I'm going to make the thought now. So, sorry, what are the words here?
像风一样. It means like wind.
Like wind. Could you sing it for me, somebody?
像风一样.
像风一样.
Yeah.
So this is a classic example of where we need just to support differently. So this could be called kind of what I typically call the push-pull. And it's really common till we sort of sort out support.
Okay.
像风一样.
像风一样. I actually appreciate how clear this recording is. This is such a great demonstration of a vocalist who is solid. Like, you know, he's got a nice tone and a good sense of musicality, but he could make such a level up by, can you demo it for us one more time?
像风一样.
So do you see that as we're transitioning from note to note and syllable to syllable, we do so without any step stools or anything where we're kind of digging our way up and in. And scoops, can you sing it one more time?
In his way?
No, your way. The correct way?
Well, it's not the correct way. I don't think mine
I think his is probably more
closer to the original, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because Joker wrote it.
Okay,
It's
well,
a Joker
so
song.
do you think you're missing scoops?
I think if I'm emulating Joker, it would be like 像风一样.
Okay, so 像风一样 with those
like
extra
that,
joiner notes.
maybe.
So usually that's what happens. When there's extra joiner notes, we end up, oh geez, I'm recording this entire conversation on my phone. When there are scoops or joiner notes, we either put a push in its place, or this is when things are better, and I have a feeling that's what this gentleman's doing. We have the joiner notes, the scoops or the pull downs, and we've also kept that habit of push-pull. So whether you do it super clean, like you were first demonstrating it, or closer to Joker, where we have more of the joiner notes, we still don't need that energetic push into the note changes.
像风一样.
像风一样, right? We just need those main notes, and if you're going to do the scoops, do them, but they don't need any extra wind. Okay?
靠近云都下降.
Do right there too.
你卷起千层海浪，我躲也不躲往里闯。你不就像风一样，侵略时沙沙作响，才宣布恢复晴朗，就好像我们两个没爱过一样。
Yeah. So HE and pushy pulley. But you know what? You've got great foundation. Your pitch is good, but you could strengthen it. and support. That's kind of what I'm going to underline that all with is the notes that you need to sing them all with the same amount of wind or energy. And don't use that wind as a step stool. That support has to be consistent. But I do feel tonally it's a very appealing tone.
曲折的夕阳负责歌单，让委屈的感官无法释放。最近我的伤口没生长，因为我躲在没风的
Do you hear those?
Okay.
Yeah?
地方。
Well, I guess I'm talking more to you. That you're just looking for more consistency energetically through those lines. I know it's really hard to feel. It's really hard to feel, and initially it's kind of hard to even hear what I'm referring to, but ultimately it's often the greatest difference between like a professional singer and someone who's working towards that are those energetic places where we need more consistent support.
像风一样，
像风, is that the same line?
Yes.
Yeah.
你靠近云都下降，你卷起千层海浪，我躲也不躲往里闯，你不就像风一样侵略世上。
One more just quick example and I'll stop stopping. But if you always could relate it back to how you would speak or yell, you'll instantly feel how it's supposed to feel, right? If I was singing like, I don't come home. But if I think about speaking it, I don't come home. I don't come home. I would never say, I don't come home. I don't come home. Right? When we speak, we don't push. Yeah. It's just a long line. I don't come home. I don't come home. Not I don't come home. We don't need those energetic pushes. Follow through.
沙作响，再学不恢复晴朗，就好像我们两个没爱过一样。你像风一样，触摸时温柔流淌，席卷我所有抵抗。不急着要我投降，你不就像风一样，掠夺时沙沙作响。可惜我自投罗网，你也就没什么可骄傲的地方。和风一样，你离开不声不响。
He brings more emotion than some of the pros, you know? He's really
喜
thoughtful.
欢这种收场，看上去谁也不曾亏欠过对方。
Your vibrato is right there. Your vibrato is right on the edge. I've been waiting for hopefully for a moment like that. So the more everything is supported and relaxed and functioning highly, the more that vibrato is going to start to find its way out. Oh, it's trying. So the more I'm convinced, support for you. What's the line one more time? Da, 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 da.
像风一样。
Okay, so I want your assignment is to go revisit the original. And I want you to be really honest with yourself about what you're hearing versus what you're doing. And speak it. Can you speak it?
像风一样。
Now speak it on the notes.
像风一样。
That's what I want you to do. 像风一样. Sorry, I don't remember the words. But that's how I want you to do. Speak it. 像风一样. And get out of that habit of changing with a push. And you will up your game. That was a nice quality recording. Great. Frick, everybody's got a sweet ass setup today.
你走了
It's a sitar song.
Cool.
You
那
heard it
么
before.
多年，
The first song you reviewed on sitar.
你还在我的身边。那一天，你微笑的脸，如今闭上眼，我还能看得见。
Oh, I remember that guitar line.
You also saw a Kisi singer.
Oh, okay.
你慢些走，我用沉默告诉你，我醉了酒。
This singer's great.
我那么多
Great.
的夜，那么近，那么近，
Oh, very inspired by sitar too. Great techniques.
连风都听不到，听不到。飘向天边的云，你慢些走。
Yo.
我用奔跑告诉你，我不会动。乌兰巴托的夜，那么近，那么近，
I am
连云都
impressed.
不知道，
Goosebumps.
不知道。乌兰巴托的夜，呜嘿，你在这世界。
Okay, because I have to find something to critique, I have to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to, but I will always want to offer something. The only thing that is striking me at all, and this isn't necessarily wrong, but I'm only offering it to you to explore. Your placement does move up into your mask in this range right here.
你在这世界。
Yeah.
Mask, and you are using a thinned out placement. So maybe twang, you're using more twang than I think you need. Based on what you've shown us, I think that you could introduce a little more, let's call it bass. Let's call it speech. You may not want to. You may not want to. You may prefer this placement.
每个角落存在。
I feel like you could just fill the bottom out a little bit more if it interested you. And again, sometimes you are moving the placement more into your mask, but not in a way that I would call nasal, in a way that I would just say like, it's more of a masky place where it's sitting, which is fine. But that could be something for you to play with. So relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue, and same as the last dude, always come back to speech. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Come into speech and just see how you like, yeah, it's going to sound like you're talking, but check out the tone. Try and separate yourself from the goofiness of this fact that you're kind of talking and yelling. But hear the actual quality of the sound. Does it interest you? See, you said woo, 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 that was great, and then you came back to woo, 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 hey, right? It went back to that buzzy place. Oh. So she does switch in and out. I'm playing it again for you.
Okay.
So the woo, woo, woo is a little bit more speechy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're in the more of a twang place.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating it greatly. So that's the only thing. I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to let you finish unless something else strikes me. That's the only thing, because your vibrato is there. I don't know what I would call that technique, that more traditional stuff that sitar does. Beautiful. It's being replicated beautifully. Obviously, intonation is fabulous. That's my thing. Did you hear her switch? Yes. Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't stop it.
I did.
Right? Less twang, more huh.
Yeah.
But that's taste.
Yes.
Do you hear what I'm talking about?
I do.
It's interesting, right?
It is interesting, yes.
Who's that dude?
It's from Hanga. It's from the Mongolian band that you like.
Oh, cool.
我们的世界改变了什么？我们的世界期待着什么？我们的世界
It's twang heavy, but it's great.
剩下些什么？我们的世界只剩下荒漠。
It's slower. Yeah, it's not like...
Yeah, it's a little bit... Yeah,
not
but,
as agile.
Yeah,
as
but you know
sitar.
what? It's a pretty uncommon to even touch this.
It's a hard song.
It's really, really hard technique. I think this is like a little... It's not as aggressive as I think it needs to be, both in speed, not needs to be, but as sitar, right? In speed and depth of this thing. This like, but she's doing it.
Yeah.
But I think the twang is actually part of why it's not flipping. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's in the way of the...
I think it is. I think it might be
agility,
interfering.
yeah.
But do you know, Jay? Is this where should it be like that? A registration switch on that thing?
I think it's...
Yeah,
like
and I think
that sheep thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not going to claim to be able to do it.
None of us can.
But if it's what I'm understanding correctly, possibly the twang is interfering of the register change.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm going to elaborate, because when we use twang, we're often using something a little bit closer to a head tone. Yeah. So you can't yodel into a head tone if you're on already a head tone wearing a hat.
Yeah.
So it's like head. That's why it's not flipping, and it's just kind of like staying.
Yes.
Because you'd have to make a more aggressive tone to give yourself somewhere to flip from.
Yeah.
But it's still, my hat's off.
Yes.
Great. Even that little pull down. She's even got those bends. Really, really, really great performance. Speechy.
弥漫雪走，唱歌的人不是掉眼泪。
And look at her mic technique. She's way in there. She knows she's intimate, quiet. Great.
Nice.
Girl, great. Send us another one. Actually, you could kind of take on what I'm talking about and substitute in a little bit more brave, bassy, speechy sound. Not all the way. It's great that you can use twang that efficiently. Many people wish they could access it, because many people just end up flipping because they don't know how to turn on twang. So high five. But maybe just explore a little bit more. Just get a little bit more in there. Just to see. And send us another one. Send me another one. I'd love to see. But great work. Thanks for sending. Sitar would be impressed.
Oh,
We know this?
I know this.
Do you? No.
It's Jackie. You don't know it?
Oh, maybe I do.
That's a lot of B3 or whatever that is.
你眼蓋脱了色彩，頸巾即將鬆脱下來。
Wow.
Is this Cantonese?
It is.
我在探聽，誰像真理在懷內？可是你心不會裝載。
This is great. This is great. Great intonation. Just it feels really solid. It feels reasonably supported. And I hesitate to say what I'm saying. I'm going to listen just a little bit more before I say it.
該心死為何仍未放開？應該不要回來任你傷害，戀什麼愛？你精彩，我悲哀。
Okay. So I want you to just perform a little test at home. Your vibrato sounds good, but there is kind of two things going on, kind of, sort of. Now, some people would say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's working, leave it alone. But there are places where, if my suspicion is true, you might be able to get more support and more consistency and more ease if you take a look at this. Now, I am not 100% on this, which is why you're going to perform this test. From what my ear is hearing, some of your vibrato is rather unencumbered, rather free, rather lovely, particularly nearer to the end as we get through the song. But I want you to just kind of take note on your body. I want you to kind of put your hand in this region. And I want you to just make sure that this area is not flexing or participating in your vibrato. You definitely have some free, unencumbered vibrato. That means it's all coming from here. Ah, right? Changing the length of the vocal cords, per se. But sometimes I'm hearing a little bit of this participation. Ah, right? Any of this, if you feel your tummy kind of participating and puffing, any flex in this area. Again, it's not against the law. You do whatever you want. Your vibrato sounds good, and definitely you're using laryngeal vibrato. but I think sometimes we're getting participation from here. And the reason I'm even bringing this up is what I said before. If you have participation here, it will take away from the overall support of what you're doing. We don't really want this involvement. I don't think it's always happening, and I'm not even convinced it's ever happening, but I suspect it strongly. So that's you. That's up to you to explore and kind of feel on your body. If you put your hand here, you're going to feel the vibrato happening here because it definitely is. I just am wondering if there's some participation here. And if there is, you're in a great position because you already have this going. Most people who are doing this are doing it because they can't figure this out. You have it figured out. I just want this, if there's any participation, get rid of it. And for this, hey, which is a high note. Is it a high note?
Is it?
Well, you do it.
Hey!
Okay, it's depending on your range.
Okay.
Depending on your range. But I would like to hear more freedom on that. And the way you would do that is practice saying, whoa, hey, hey, yeah, yeah. You do that.
Whoa!
Okay, don't pass it.
Okay. Hey!
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 Like this. Practice doing this in a speechy way so that when you come to it musically, your body's like, oh yeah, yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hey. That's the only thing.
Yeah, yeah. 應該心死為何仍未放開？應該不要回來任你傷害，戀什麼愛？你精彩，我被
I'm almost certain there's a little participation here because this is sounding like you're kind of running out of steam sometimes for this. Work your agility, right? Anything you can do to practice getting those adjustments happening quick. Practice thin to thick. Anything you can do to tap into that and make the focus here, not here.
戀什麼愛？你高山，我心海。
But he's in a good spot because he's got some good stuff going. But this fatigues, this doesn't. Well, that's maybe an overstatement, but this is designed to do the vibrato.
Yes.
And when things are happening properly, it's not effortful. This is.
Yeah.
Great work. Really, 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 really great work. Give that a try. What I said, give it a try. Your intonation is great. Your artistry is great. Your connection to the song and the material and the delivery is great. But that will buy you some freedom. Give it a try. Send us something else. If you feel like you've kind of unlocked it a little bit, give us another one. Great work.
Wow. She looks pro.
This is pro.
Yeah.
Cute hair. I need some saxophone on this
It's an
one.
original song.
Awesome. She's so cute. I wish the vocals were up.
让我学会忘记两个人的回忆。这次的晚霞，倒映在湖面，显得如此的热烈。 喧闹城市中只剩我一个人的背影。You're so far away from me， 你留下太多痕迹。You're so far away from me， 却带走了我的心。Every time, every day， 思念变成我的煎熬。
I feel like there's a theme today.
Studio recordings?
No, that's great. You singer, this is great. Great work, great song. You're choosing to sort of sing in a thinner place over your break. You're allowed to do that. But you seem pretty capable of kind of speaking into those higher notes a little bit. And I'd love to hear you try it. Additionally, there is some sort of overcommitment.
Push pull?
A little bit.
Okay.
My love, it's time to say goodbye. You're so far away.
Saxophone's fun. If she is a pro artist and this song is probably released, I would also say that stylistically, if that's your choice and that's the vibe, screw what I think. Right? When it comes to artistry, you could argue that artistry is going to trump any technical woo-woo. But I'm still going to offer you what I can. That's a great line.
Solos, yeah.
It's city pop.
Yeah. It's kind of Japanese. Even her delivery feels Japanese.
放下我心中犹豫，去找寻。
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm screwing the words up, but this is the section. The verses in particular are where I wish there was a little bit more steadiness in the
But
delivery.
it kind of reminds me of Japanese
Yeah,
city pop
yeah.
because they do that.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it might be. You
Yeah,
might be right. It
yeah,
might be a
yeah.
very purposeful stylistic
Could be.
inspiration.
风景，把你的一切。
What I would say is this. If you could, just for your own experiment, if you can take it out and be consistent and you prefer it the other way, go ahead. However, if you go to try it and it kind of stumps you, that's where I would be like,
我们去来下一场戏。
I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, yeah.
霓虹闪烁的夜，人来人往的街，孤单不会被人察觉。
The craziest thing, the cleanest part is the freaking English part.
喧闹城市中只剩我一个人的背影。
I like the pre-chorus quite a lot. That art.
You're so far away.
See, you're so far away. You're doing the scoop on way, and you're not also adding the push. You're not going, you're so far away, right way. You're just way scooping in.
From me， 你留下太多痕迹。You're so far away from me， 却带走了我的心。
You've even got grace notes. What a she. It's great.
Every time, every day，
Switcheroo. But I don't think you have to. That's the thing.
思念变成
You definitely don't have to.
我的煎熬。说再见吧，My love，it's time to say you're so far away. You're so far away. You're so far away. Oh, you're so far away. You're so far away. Oh, you're so far away. You're so far away. Oh, you're so far away. 'Cause you're so far away.
Yes, a cappella. Great work. Congrats if that's a new song release. Congrats on it. And great vibe. Great arrangement. Great everything. I hope it does well for you. And if the song is already out and released, then ignore everything I said. Do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm so glad you said city pop
Why?
instead of yacht rock.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Oh, what's that? Okay.
Okay. Is this original then?
Mercury? No, I think it's cover.
Okay.
Let me see.
Freak, people are leveling up. There's no cell phones on this episode.
着迷于你眼睛，银河有几颗雪，
I love this
过时
episode.
间的缝隙，它依然真实地。
Come on, you guys. Isn't it nice to hear people like what?
High quality recording.
What
Of
it
course,
is?
of course.
It is. I'll take anything, right? I'll take your cell phone video. But the only reason I say that isn't because I'm like, oh, I only want the fancy recordings. I just can hear you guys.
Hey, there is English.
Oh, yeah,
Translation.
but it's not original, right?
It is no, it's a
It's not
cover.
original.
It's a cover.
吸引我轨迹。
Yes, I love that.
Me too.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
这瞬眼的光景，最亲密的距离，沿着你皮肤纹理走过去，这是
Walking along the crooked arm.
不必做个梦给
Do you
你。
hear the mouth noises?
I
I
love
love
it. I
it.
love the breathing too.
Me too.
I love it.
It pisses me off. We edit all that out now
Totally.
in commercial recordings. Keep it.
梦给
Keep the human.
你，等到跟你银色满记忆，等到分不清季节更替。
What is boo again?
No, it means no.
Like
or
no?
Negative. Like
Negative.
才敢说成你，还要多远才能进入你的心？还要多久才能和你接近？咫尺远近却无法靠近的那个人，
Great
也
intonation.
等着和你相遇。环游的
Great consistency of tone, right? You've got this kind of a smoky, a little bit of a pinchy, smoky sound. Super consistent. So much so that it sounds easy for you to make, very maintainable. So for your artistic style to contain that seems really reasonable because you're doing it well.
惊喜，怎么可以陪着你？
Yes, nose breathing. All of it. I love it all. Wait a minute. Is he listening with the headphones around his neck? Look.
的光景，
just 1 year.
Oh.
Just 1
What's
year.
around his neck?
Well, that's another one. That's
It's
just
another
hang,
head.
Just hang.
But it's headphones, right?
well, it's I think it's just is it an earplug?
I know, but I thought there was.
的距离，
Those look like the headphones that you can wear that you don't have to put on your head. Am I crazy?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm crazy. I don't know. Anyway, not the point.
沿着你皮肤纹理 走过曲折手臂，做个梦给你，做个梦给你。等到跟你银色满记忆，等到分不清季节更替，才敢说成你。还要多远才能进入你的心？还要多久才能和你接近？咫尺远近却无法靠近的那个人，也等着和你相遇。环游的星星，怎么可以拥有你
Oh, maybe you're right, Jay.
What?
The in-ears are coming out of that thing. They are.
Yeah.
还要多远才能进入你的心？还要多久才能和你接近？咫尺远近却无法靠近的那个人，要怎么探寻？要多么幸运才敢让你发觉你并不孤寂？当我还可以再跟
This is super solid. This is a super solid performance. And again, thank you for going into studio. If you did that especially to submit this video, thank you. As I already said, your tone's really consistent, really lovely, really appealing. The feedback I'm going to give you is kind of adjacent to this song. By that I mean, you're doing really well with this. Your intonation is strong. There's been a few little moments, but I mean, it's a lot, it's one take, like doing great. But if you wanted to grow, like if you were an artist and came to me like this, I would probably challenge you on your agility, which is also linked to your vibrato. I think I might have heard some teeny tiny pieces of vibrato, and it could be argued that I complain if there's vibrato and then I complain when there's no vibrato, like I just complain no matter what. But this is pretty minimal, especially for a ballad where we're having a lot of tail ends that just kind of square off. So vibrato is a good tool to have in the toolkit. There are singers that don't use it or use very little of it. But based on also the fact that this song has very little agility, and the agility that does appear there is like fine, leads me to think that that would be your next challenge, would be agility. This is supported. I'm not hearing any push-pull, there's no H's, it's consistent, your tone is lovely, but this is a pretty yeah, and it's fine. If this is your material, like if this is what you want to do, you're doing it. But I would also argue that agility is linked to vibrato is linked to agility. And also when we have more access to those tools, even in a song like this, you'd probably use them.
Yeah.
Because they just poke out. You'll just find ways to connect lines and connect syllables and words and phrases that are a little bit more juicy.
Yeah, a bit more layered.
Yeah, a few more points of interest, but there's nothing going wrong here.
No.
No. This is beautiful. So I guess, as I said, I'm not critiquing the song so much as if you wanted to level up, agility and vibrato, which are like kind of a package deal in my mind, and then also selecting songs that maybe force you to rise to the occasion a little bit. I don't know this song, so I don't know if this is just what the song is, or if you are missing some pieces of agility, because it is a little straight. It's a little straight, but it could be that straight. So I won't say any further other than this is a great performance. This is a great recording. Your tone is really lovely. I don't have a heck of a lot to complain about, but there's not a lot of singer spice in this song. So if you wanted to resubmit, like if you hear me say this and you're like, I have plenty of agility and I have all that stuff, it's just not in this song. Fine, send us one of those. But if you do find what I'm saying relevant, take a look. Find a song that has a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more, few extra notes here and there, and see how it feels. I'm pretty sure you've got it in you, but if you don't do it often, you know, you'll need to get it under your belt a little bit. I did hear a few pieces in this and they were fine. But you know what I mean?
你飞行，环游是无趣，至少可以。
See? Yee! That's agility. He's a little touching those scoops under each note. I think, I guess, just do more agility because I think it's going to make your vibrato juicier. And when you start doing more of it, I think you're going to find you want to connect notes differently. But this was lovely.
陪着你。
Nice, 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 but
Subtle.
it is subtle. It is subtle. I don't think you need stronger vibrato. I just think that you might want to incorporate more, which I don't get to say very often. This was lovely. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're taking my words with a grain of salt because this was it's lovely. This was absolutely lovely.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, what a great episode. Bravo to everybody. Thanks for sending. Look forward to seeing you next time.